Hello, everybody. This is Wise Exotics, your host Trevor speaking. This will be December 2023 update start video. I hope everybody's having a good December. Welcome to my channel if you're new. I mainly do documentation and kind of like a log of how my collection is developing, growing, or doing, both good, bad, and I bring up those type of topics during the video. These are helpful for me because I go back and review them as well as, see what's going on. My neighbor has decided to do some weed whacking. He hasn't done anything in his backyard in years. He's also a rental, so maybe they're moving out. Don't know. So if you hear any buzzing sound, that's because of that. Let's see some updates. I got a bunch of plants in from the Thanksgiving week order / Black Friday sales, etc. One plant is still missing, an AWOL. That is the macrophylla clone T from Flore Collaborative. Something seems to be going on with the US Postal Service, UPS, and FedEx and the like, because I've seen a bunch of them have problems and delay, not just in my state, but in other people have been noting it on Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, if you guys want to chat with me, I'm Wise Exotic on Instagram. I live chat. I usually am pretty active, and we'll talk with you guys. If I don't reply immediately, I'll reply later. So take that as you will. Now, we did get a bunch of plants in. Two of them are Barrio from different Grecs that are from Borneo Exotics. One is BE3734. One is the 4021. The 3734 is specimen 22 from Carnivero. They had 21, 22, and 23. I grabbed 22 on sale because it was reduced down significantly. I also got a Hose Mountain X Barrio Vicii. I also got a KXK, which is basically Nepenthes Vicii K cross, pure, whatever, F2. Anywho, I got that from Mike's Little Oasis. Sorry. The K series, apparently it was one of his first seedlings he tried to grow, and only 9 of them germinated, so I only have 1 of 9 of this seed group, so I'll focus on those. Let's go on in here. Sorry about that, still the cough. So the 3734 had minor stripes initially, and its newest picture has some really nice striping and candy ribboning. So I hope it develops pretty much kind of like this is. This is LVBX VGI Barrio. Let's see, next to it here is the Golden Barrio, which is 4021. This cross was a newer one because they no longer are doing the 3734 cross at BE from what I was reading. That's been discontinued. I don't really understand why. It was from 2 Stripe Barrio and it was pretty popular. This one is from 2 Golden Barrio, as they're called. They basically don't have stripes and get a gold effect, though some of the offspring have stripes. This one has very faint ghost stripes in it, but they're there. This is the VGI K from Mike. It's got a nice flare in its peristome. Let me see. It's got very faint, but they are there striping. Down here is another thing I got from Mike. It's a pretty complex hybrid. I cannot say that aloud. This is one that was an interesting one. This is Suratennis X VGI striped. So that'll be an interesting thing. This is one of my weird ones. They're a picture of a very red stripe, very intense. So that'll be good as it develops. So one of the things I'm going to do as an experiment is I pulled one of my bongso seedlings out. This one I did repot in a larger pot for this reason, so it'll hopefully develop in the open area. So I have 2 in the tank, and I have this one outside. I kind of wanted to see how they develop. So this was the normal, kind of the middle of the 3, because I have 1, 2, and 3. So 2 is the slowest, 1 has basils and is the largest, and 3 is the normal size. 3 is already developing some coloration, so that's nice. Now, if you don't know about bongso, it's a close relative to Rigidifolia. In fact, it looks very similar to Rigidifolia when they're younger, but it gets a more flare and a darker peristome, so there's that. I'm trying to see, excuse me as I back out my hand from here. Let's see. So VGI, I'm trying to remember where I put the Hose Mountain. There is one of the other VGI. This is Big Mama Pink Candy Cane 13 Cross Azukin X Barrio. So that 5 times as fast. Here's the Hose Mountain. It's hiding under there. Very red picture is doing really well. Barrio are doing well. KXK, I really like this KXK, just because it has this nice flare already developing. VCIB already has a new developing picture here. On the littler one, it's also trying. Now K1XM2 is also got a picture node developing, so we'll hope they're doing well, you know. Now down here, you can see the Billy Xilii that I broke off in the one video. It's still live and doing well, so there's a rooted cutting for anybody that wants one. Let's see, all the other plants are doing well. This one's got a nice red starting to blend in. The Raja Ima newest pitcher is developing well. Palinensis are both fine and throwing pitchers. So is the Attenborough guy, has already got a new leaf and is starting another one. So they're all doing really well here. I still got to move all these around just to make room or try to make them fit better. I'm pretty much done buying plants for all. Hades is also in here for those wondering where the little black cat is. He is in here doing shadow cat things. Okay, so we'll move over to the tank setup. Sorry for that. Now, Cherry Bomb's doing really well, as is its sibling. Let's see, the Abomarigidnata are doing fine, no problem. This one's actually starting to get colorations in its pictures. I have somebody who's already placed that as a pre-order, so keep in mind. I'm not selling the large one. It took me a long time to get it to this size, but the little one is, yeah, being sold. So we've already got somebody who's placed it as a order for next year. So there's that. If they do not want it or end up getting something else, I'll let you guys know. So Cercia Nepenthes is doing just fine. It's developed 2 pitchers so far. This one over on this side is a little tubbier. If I can get in here with the light, yeah, it likes to get hidden under there. These red pitchers are from Cherry Bomb, which is Empular Black Miracle Cross Globasa F2. Cercia is fine. Pudica has a nice new pitcher. It's starting to get that red speckles into it, unlike its other one, which was almost pure green. Besides that, doing fine. This is Cherry Bomb's sibling. Northiana, I've started to see some stripes in some of the newer pictures. This is the BE red Northiana, and you can see there's like red pigmentation on the picture, so that's a good indication it will be a red one. Yay. Let's see. The picture from last time from, wow, that intensified really well. I thought it would have green stripes, it's got like red on red. I hadn't actually looked at this one yet, so that's neat. That is Globasa Ampullora Black Mirror F2 number 2. This is the Globasa Ampullora Black Miracle Cross Rafflesiana, or the inverse of it. I think this is the inverse, Rafflesiana X Globasa and whatnot. Yeah, there's the Globasa X Ampullora Black Miracle X Rafflesiana. This is Rafflesiana X Globasa Black Miracle X. Say that 5 times as fast. Anywho, moving down here, we got the Naga is doing fine. I did repot it because it was just slowly sinking, and I wanted to raise it up a little bit. Newest pictures, actually a nice picture jump, in all honesty, because you can see its original pictures are this size. That was a nice jump, and it's already starting to color pretty well. The one from Greenwood Exotics is doing fine. Getting tubbier little pictures. Raja, seed grown from Nepenthes God. Pictures, leaves. This thing is vigorous. It's at least 2 times as fast as the Borneo Exotic, and its pitchers are about twice as large at the same size. The one I got from Mike's doing really well. This was his gift. This is Viking Amp Red Striped X Red Winged Hybrid. The other 2 Bongso are in here. Sumatrana doing fine, developing along. Let's see. Merliana starting to get a bit of a leaf discoloration. I'm not sure if that's because I put water on it, and so does that mean that they're water sensitive? I hadn't heard that before. Let's see. Northiana Seed Grown has another picture on this leaf coming down, and this was its newest picture. Pretty slow to grow Nepenthes. Globasa Ampullora F2 looks more globasa-y, as you can see from its pictures. This newer one had like a yellow, but then they have yellow lips when they pop, and then they turn red. So it's an interesting development. Let's see over here. The Hamadas, Tempesissi, starting to get more redder leaf, which is what we want. The Lumens are doing fine. AW1, AW4. Edwardsiana just does not know how to chill, just developing well. Diabolica, throwing a lot of picture tendrils, so I'm hoping she's doing well. It continues on. Lowii seems to be doing really well and happy. Rob's new leaves are out. The Nebularium has a small picture, but its new leaf is already here. I haven't seen anything from the basil, so I hope the basil's okay. Velosa X Hamada doing fine. Yeah, it's doing fine. Polo. Truncata starting to develop a new picture right here. Hopefully it's doing well. Lingulata. It's really interesting how this one even darkens its pictures before they even pop. Typically when Nepenthes, like here, they'll open up green and then darken slowly over time or get coloration. This one has it almost immediately right as it opens up. So that's an interesting trait of note. The Josh siblings, as I'm calling them, are doing fine. Lemon Cherry's doing well. And now we'll get to the one problem. So, macrophylla, my seed-grown one, has been deteriorating since it got attacked by that slug. I've been really worried about it, so I unpotted it just to check on it. It had severe root rot too. Either that or the slug chewed on the roots too, because I found it on the side of its original thing, which had gaps in it, so it might have come out from there. So I did a root rot treatment, same as I did for the AW1 here, and my Singulana X Diabolica, which both have recovered now, as you can clearly see. That treatment involves hydrogen peroxide, and doing so, you dip the roots in hydrogen peroxide bath and you leave it there for about 5 minutes and you wash it off. I also repot it in a different mix. This mix is also from Mike's Little Oasis. Thank you, Mike. He gave me plenty to repot the plants he sent bare root. So I had a little extra from all of it and I used it to pot the macro. So it's got perlite, sphagnum moss, all the other stuff. I also microwaved it just in case. So we're hoping the macrophylla will keep doing well. I do have the macrophylla clone T hopefully coming in, and that one should be at least that size is my hope. But I've also noticed it starting to do a little better with the light, even though its roots seem to be either really tiny or gone. Now I mean tiny because I've looked at roots like this one. This thing had roots that were that long, so I don't know if Nepenthes God just bred them to be the roid level Raja or what, because this thing is crazy. So this macro was made in 2018 and it was the only survivor of its seed group. I've got a couple of plants that are like that where they're like, yeah, it was the only one, so you can just have it for nothing, or it's not doing well. So hopefully it goes well. I mean, my Eddie only had like one leaf that was really bad and it's starting to get a little leaf when I got it, and it didn't have much hope of coming in or doing well, but for some reason it went crazy with my conditions and it loves it. So I've had this macro since 2019 or 2020 and it's been just chugging along really slowly, finally getting some pictures. I think that's right. Anyway, I know it was born 2018 because 7th month 2018 is written on the tag. So I'm hoping it does well and keeps going. It's not dying off. I just worry about it. Macros are extremely slow to grow, so that's my only worry right now within my collection, and kind of what I'm going to be focusing on, bringing it up as the updates go on. I'll let you guys know how it's going. I hope it does well. It's the only seed-grown macro I have, so yeah. Oh man, that makes such a fun noise. I'm sorry about that. The spotlight's doing really well here. Also, Cernum is out because I got him a spotlight. He is over in that corner. You can see his little head. That is a western hognose or eastern hognose, one of the two. One of them eats toads, one of them eats mice. That's how I remember it. Anywho, let's see. Oh, there was another thing. I got this from Mike, if I can. He sent this as he was going to send it the last time, he said, but he forgot to throw it in. So these are Drosera seeds. So I'm hoping I can figure out how to germinate them and grow them. If anybody knows any good ways to do so, please post comments. Hades is on the back of the couch as per normal. For those who've seen my backyard and a couple of the videos here, it's kind of a mess, but I've been working with my family and whatnot, got this structure built, so this goes all the way up. The hope is to make it to where it's encased, so there'll be either screens or whatnot. There's going to be 2 doors, one on the left, one on the right, and the hope is to be able to make this an open area to let the birds fly around and play, as well as maybe, you know, hang some Nepenthes off of the rafters. Anywho, that's the plan for that project. Birds are doing fine. There's Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Nothing, Bon? Anywho, Bonnie's doing fine. Polo is Polo, and Hummer is Hummer. Clyde is up there. Sweet Pea is over there. So all the birds are doing well. Draco's in the corner sunbathing. He's a jungle carpet python, not to be confused with a carpet python. Plenty of these plants are moving around and doing fine. Haven't had any problems. I did bring Queen Malini back out here because I had it in my bedroom and it was doing pretty well, and then my cats decided to chew on it. So it's trying to see if I can show it. The grow tip got chewed on a bunch. So yeah. TVs for the birds. We got a fan. Classroom's doing much the same. So all the plants are in the order as a recap, except for the macro. Experiment I'm doing is splitting the bongsos up and keeping the bongso 3 out here in the highland. 1 and 2 will be in the tank, just to see if there's any growth development. If it helps it, maybe I'll bring the others out, or vice versa, I'll put it back in. Let's see, the Naga had a huge picture update. The only negative is macrophylla seems to have had root rot or been munched on more by the slug than I thought. Either way, I'm putting it as in a intense care condition, so it's getting more light per the spotlight. I'll call this the filler light. Per the filler light, and the other 2 lights that are above it are helping to hopefully do that. I've also got the, as you can see, the reflectors back up to try to catch more light and send that back. So hopefully that'll go and do well. And I'll do a minor update when the macro T clone comes in and just show it off. So thanks for watching. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, you can actually see Hades' brother. That's Loki.